All right, everybody. This is the Boston Red Sox versus Baltimore Orioles, game one of, I think it's 3 or 4 games. I don't know, but I'll check. But it's game one of the series. So, yeah, we did win against Kansas City in the last game of the series. We scored 8 runs a couple nights ago.
Red Sox. Welcome back to Oriole Park. Kevin Brown, Joe Morgan, our City Connect here. The second City Connect Friday for the Orioles this season, the new Baltimore uniforms. And first home start for Brandon Young in that first game of the division. Jim, and a big start for
Okay, so we're currently 4 games behind the Yankees. Where are we, or where are we in the wild card spots? Okay, so we're the first team out currently. We're a game behind the A's, the Athletics. Our current record right now is 12-13. A win back to 500 would be nice, definitely. I said this back in my video I made a couple weeks ago or something like that, but we are just, as of right now, we look like just an average team right now, solid to an average to a solid team right now. So, yeah, we can have games that we can just pop off, and then games where we just don't do much. I refer to hitting and pitching.
anything in the clouds? That one kind of looks like a cat.
Santa Claus eating a sandwich.
That's specific.
The Boston Red Sox are 9-16, dead last in the AL East.
Yep, that's it. How it should be. The Hyundai Tucson. Get 0% APR or $3,000 bonus cash on the Tucson or lease for only $239 a month. Proud partner of the Baltimore Orioles.
His laugh was infectious, and everyone fell in love with him. When he learned that there was nothing else that could be done, he was hurt. As crazy as it sounds, they never did just like Chris came into the picture. They made him feel comfortable, and it was going to be okay. And they were there to help him in more ways I could ever imagine. He still continued to laugh and smile until the morning that he passed. I cannot thank Gilchrist enough.
Struck him out. Orioles, Yankees. Series coverage starts Friday at 6:30 on Massive.
Game day isn't staged. It's lived. It's the shopping, the cooking, the laughter. For families managing food allergy, the same spirit of preparation means everything. Being ready is knowing the signs, having a plan, and carrying epinephrine everywhere life takes you. Epinephrine is the only treatment that can stop a severe food allergy reaction known as anaphylaxis. Because readiness doesn't take away the risk, it brings back the joy. When you're ready to act, you're ready to live.
Wanna go.
sweet home once again. The Orioles have played 13 away, 12 home this season, and they return to Oriole Park.
The O's are in their City Connect jerseys.
And the Boston Red Sox for 3 to the Houston Astros.
Which I do believe they're an upgrade from the last few years when we had the City Connect. Just the all black with, I don't know, but just these ones look way better than the previous ones. I just wasn't a fan of the older ones. Just that jersey really just didn't have any life. But the jerseys that we have on now for the what is that? The City Connect ones, those were definitely these ones that we have this year are definitely better.
A lot of left-handed hitters in this lineup, but again, 5 pitchers. And if you looked at the highlight of his last AAA game, he was throwing 96 miles per hour. Average fastball is around 94. Got a curveball at 74, about 19 mile per hour difference. But to me, I've always thought good enough stuff. Can he command the ball?
First pitch.
Ahead of the Red Sox hitters. Here's Jared Duran, and we'll find out. First pitch is high. Fastball 95 at 7:06 on Friday, April 24th. Our Bet365 odds to watch. Bet365, we're winning is everything. The under 4.5 is minus 140 for Alex Cora's Red Sox.
Oh, foul.
Last moment. Wide at first for a strike. Boston 3.7 runs per game. That's 26th in baseball. And 1 home run in 175 plate appearances. They are tied with San Francisco. Hard to believe this, for the fewest home runs in the majors. Well, what? 1 home run in their last 175 at bats. Since that first inning a few days ago in Detroit. Swing and a miss, a high splitter, and Young jumps ahead of Duran. Well, that is a great pitch to get the lefties out. Obviously, I don't think he wants to throw it belt high in the middle of the plate. But again, it moved enough. The difference, the split's about 87, so it's 7-8 miles per hour slower than his fastball, and he gets away with it. The Red Sox team that's really struggled with off-speed pitches this year. And Durant gets another one, a high one, and pops it up to Leody Taveras for the game's opening out. And take a look at our card shield defense here at Camden Yards. Ward, Taveras, the Dylan Beavers over in right field, and then Henderson and Jackson at shortstop and second. Mayo coming off 2 long home runs, and then the big bomber, the Bowler Bear over first, and the Rushman's back. Boy, the Orioles happy about that. 10 days on the IL with ankle inflammation.
That should be a ground out.
Free swinging single on Rushman, a 2-seamer for a 1-pitch out, and 2 quick ones for Brandon Young. Yeah, gets away with a couple of high splitters, gets Duran out, who can steal bases. He leads his team with 3 steals. And then gets Rafaela, who is a...
So Brandon Young is our starting pitcher, huh?
Aggressive hitter. He let him off the other night. Struck out 3 times, so he went 0 for 4. So and we'll probably talk about it until they score some runs. They are looking for offense. Designated hitter Masatake Yoshida will take a strike. Yoshida, who is extremely patient, has 9 walks, only 6 strikeouts in the year, but home runs and 52 plate appearances. Yoshida will take another strike with a splitter, and Young jumps ahead on 2. Well, the reason is you want to get ahead is because you can pitch out of the strike zone. So again, if you're going to throw him a splitter here, you got a lot of options. Throw it from strike to ball, like that.
Low.
But not quite close enough. Jensen Visconti, very well-regarded umpire, has the balls and strikes tonight. 69-degree night, cloudy skies in Ford, about 4:30, 4:45. Tarp came off the field about 6 o'clock. No fastball from Young. It's 2-2 for Yoshida. Well, he hits 352 lifetime against the Orioles. Like you said, it's career high with the Red Sox. The 5-year deal is 15 home runs, but he sprays it all over the place. A drop ball to
There we go.
shortstop,
Here we go, Henderson.
Young back to the big leagues. Has a 10-pitch perfect first. Henderson, Ward, and Rutschman to the bats.
Good pitching to start the game, that's for sure.
And wilder. And more wonderful. Plan your visit at marylandzoo.org. This is the all-new redesigned 2026 Nissan Sentra. With the most standard features of any sedan in its class, it means you can have your cake and drive it too. The 2026 Nissan Sentra. The most ambitious Sentra ever. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality. Now get 4.9% APR financing for 60 months on the all-new Sentra, starting at just $22,600.
They don't know the first thing about you. Walmart Plus. Like that Walmart Plus members get free delivery on more than just groceries. Free delivery on these apples and the shirt. Knowing about Walmart Plus is a beautiful thing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'll get you next time on April 25th. Be there. The Orioles are back to 15. The runs per game, 4.4. Had a good offensive series ultimately in Kansas City, scoring 20 runs in the 3 games, taking 2 of 3. Both Adley Rutschman and Samuel Basallo were in there for Craig Alvarez's Orioles. We'll come in at 12-13. 3 games ahead of the Red Sox, 9-16. Ryan Baio takes the Boston ball. Yeah, again, guys.
Six, almost a 7 earned run average for Baio on the Boston Red Sox.
14-8. Signed all the way back in 2017 out of the Dominican Republic for $28,000. What you dream of when you draft internationally. Baio 2, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar, I looked at his batting average, and unfortunately, just been inconsistent. 189 batting average. That's not good. Unfortunately, it's below the Mendoza line. Oh, gone! It's gone. Gone. Just as soon as I started talking about Gunnar Henderson's batting average, he does that. 8th home run of the season. Let's go. That will raise the average, definitely. Let's go, Gunnar. Woo!
Gunnar Henderson now has 8 home runs, 3 ahead of Jeremiah Jackson for the team lead. And good to see that after a tough trip. An absolute no-doubter off the bat of Henderson to put the Orioles on the board. Yeah, the big mistake, if you watch the road series, is that he was chasing out of the zone.
There we go. That's how you start a game.
Who has hit and reached base and pretty much nothing but in his time as an Oriole. Let's go back to the long one. Yeah, well, there's your cutter, and it's right in the middle of the plate. So instead of 95, it's 87. Speeds the bat up.
I do have Gunnar's jersey on, by the way.
Gunnar has been a full hitter, and there's a perfect example. So the first 2 balls struck at 109 and 106 miles per hour, respectively. 95 is the hard hit mark. The Orioles have smashed that barrier, with Adley Rutschman taking strike 1.
Adley's been really good this year. He had himself a game after he got back from the injured list in Kansas City a couple nights ago.
Prevent that from being the game winner. It was a great start for Adley. Rips and misses through a hard sinker here. Comes in at 316. And a 273 against fastballs. And breaking balls, 364. Throw him a changeup. He's a Ted Williams, 400 hitter. Faced 17 times in his first 11 games of the year. The on-base percentage, 395. There's an 0-2 from Bayo to him. Fastball is wasted up and away. Orioles came in right in the middle of the pack in home runs. 26 tied for 15. Batters added 1. They're 7th in doubles. And they're very patient early in the year. 8th best walk rate in baseball. That's a market difference from last season. Much innovation on that changeup to even the count. Yeah, it's funny when you look at numbers, you're going, see, my fastball is my best pitch, and you just threw him a changeup that he's hitting 400 on. Alonso looming, right part of the on-deck circle, awarded first.
There we go. Go, Adley. It's gone. Boom. 3-0. Gotta update the scoreboard. I'm too busy watching and celebrating the amazing start that we're having. 3-0. Woo!
The same hitter he's been the last year and a half. You get Alonso, who's going to come to the plate. You get Taylor Ward, who hit 36 home runs last year. You got Henderson a couple of years ago, hit 37.
Perfect execution at the plate so far.
Pretty impressive lineup, and you're seeing it right here in the first inning. And that's a two-seamer. Crushed.
And it's the Red Sox. They just haven't been that good this year so far.
So 3 batters, 3 runs. Home runs in back-to-back games for Rutsch. Carlos Narvaez with a now
Keeping track of the draft, and the Buffalo Bills just got T.J. Parker, edge from Clemson. It's definitely interesting right there. We traded down in the second round. Apparently, we traded 3 times last night. Not surprised we traded down to the second round, but trading down 3 times, that's something that did surprise me. And anyway.
First left-handed home run for Rutschman this season. Tuesday night, meanwhile against Matt Strahm, the Royals southpaw.
Oh.
Puts one of the year to shallow right field for Rayu.
First out.
And 4 batters in, Bayo has it out. Well, at least he chooses the gold glover out at right to get it out. Well, it's been a good start for a Maryland Lottery fast play contestant of the game. Crystal Glenn from Waldorf has won $500 for being selected. 500 more for every Orioles home run. That's 1,000 already. And 5,000 if there's any grand slam hit tonight. Learn how to be the fast play contestant of the game at ndlottery.com/home run. The Beavers batting 5th and playing right field tonight.
Gone. Are you kidding me?
It's a Boston tee-off party. 5 batters.
Unbelievable.
Absolute demolition on Brian Bayo in the first.
What a start to the game, man. Tell you what.
Feed these guys in the clubhouse.
The Red Sox look stunned.
You saw Alex Miller with the kind of
Unreal. What a start.
hitting particularly well, especially coming out of New York where they got swept. And all of a sudden it's 4-0. And they were not routine home runs. They were drives. Samuel Basayo missed the first pitch cutter.
There we go.
First base bag. It kicks over Contreras. Basayo running in the
Safe.
Ryu will be safe at second.
Yes. Let's go.
Sox may challenge this. We'll see. Trevor Story put into the dugout. As it stands, it's a double off the bag for Basayo, and it will stand as his first double of the year. Yeah, we told you, Ryu, he had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove. You know, that's Trevor Story thought.
He's safe. Samuel's safe.
Back to the base. You're right there, a little double clutch, perfect throw. If you want 2 gold gloves, chance now to have a huge hitting. Tell you what. I think that might have been an outright. I thought he got him on the hit. Yeah, right here. Well, right there, kind of a crash landing. Second for Big Sanford. This may just be the Red Sox not wanting to lose a challenge in the first inning. And the Orioles have taken the first double for the Sox at 3 homers. Wouldn't you think they'd be looking for outs? Yes. No, that's desperately. Leody Taveras now trying to keep the fun going. The 7th batter of the inning. And Taveras is a wonderful year. He started 14 games. He's got to hit 12 of those. Leody's on the top of a cutter. It's 1-1. 227 average, 426 on base for Taveras. Yeah, the one number I look at is, right here. Now, if Allen wants to get it out, he's hitting 438 with runners in scoring position. So a lot of clutch hitting. And you guys talked about it on the road trip. It's on that 2023 Ranger team that went to the World Series. The game with a single in the 6th inning Wednesday, and of course had a big blow on Monday night with grand slam for 12. So 1 for Leody. He takes Anthony's for strike 2. So a little more velocity, but certainly too many pitches in the middle of the plate. Dylan Beavers next to Jackson Holiday, whose MRI results came back pretty clear, by the way. We saw a couple days ago Holiday leave the game in Norfolk with some pain in his right hand, but he said it felt like he broke his hand again. It's just a lot of inflammation right now. The results came back clean. So Jackson is here. He evaluated for a little bit. And right now he's a happy cheerleader, as a lot of folks are on that bench. 3 home runs in the first inning. Hadley, Dylan Beavers, and Gunnar Henderson, who led the whole thing off. 2-2. Harris takes ball 3. Yeah, you don't like to be in this situation if you know your team's not particularly offensively minded. You're already given up 4. You're 1 base hit away from being down 5 runs.
Gone. No. Never mind. It's a line out. That was a good swing, though.
It's the second out of the inning. But you have a guy like this in a family, every fly ball, your heart kind of drops, especially if it's hit the left field. Today, of course, home run derby to right field here at Camden Yards. Since September last year, Brian Mayo, 6.07 ERA, very high whip, and 10 starts, including postseason start against the Yankees, the wild card series loss. Ball to Toby Mayo, and a big concern coming into the start. Brian Mayo, the last 4 years, the rate of pulled fly balls against him has gone up and up and up and up, well above league average this year. So far, the first inning today, 3 pulled home runs. And the Taveras fly ball was pulled out as well. So pull side power against Mayo has doomed him earlier in the season and has doomed him in the first inning. 2-0 for Kobe, who's homered in back-to-back games, and he's swinging for the fences again. And he got a pitch to hit, little cutter that stayed on the inside part of the plate. Well, I'll tell you right now, as a former pitcher, none of those home runs were all the way. So again, if you're 95, 96 in the middle of the plate, taking cutters like you did to cutter, you're going to get hit hard. And he has been. Now down to Mayo. And again, if we're all about velocity and spin, and you've ever been really schooled into throwing the ball in the corners, it's hard to make adjustments. The guy's only 26. On a 3-1 Hunter, and Kobe has lost a couple of winning challenges this year. He's going to hold a big call. At the very top of the ABS strike zone. Might have seen that call the ball back in the prior fully adjudicated days. Chases his cutter. And the Orioles' best opening salvo of the year. 4 runs, Jim, on 3 long balls. And they were cheapies. Like we said, City connects.
What an amazing first inning.
Rutschman. And then the coup de grace. The Beaverman.
What is your type? We keep our community digging the tire with every way to save on all the news and craze.
Spring Outdoor Power Deals happening now. 7 days to save. Pick your power. Pick your brand to refresh your yard this spring. Save during Outdoor Power Deals now through April 29th at the Home Depot.
Can I help you folks? Yeah, we're just looking for something a little bigger. Well, this one's got plenty of leg room. And what? I couldn't help but notice this shield. Yeah. It's our Tower Federal Credit Union shield.
We don't make a financial move without it.
Whether we're buying a car or getting a mortgage,
We're saving for college.
Tower's got our back. You got a sword too? No. Why?
Tower Federal Credit.
All right. First pitch is a strike.
Off the field, Trey Weidman and the rest of the strength and conditioning staff were running him through full drills. He was running on the treadmill for long periods of time. They were testing his endurance in addition to how hard he could go, and then his body recovered afterwards. Mental clarity, everything that comes with concussion protocols. They liked what they saw from him behind the scenes, and you know that if anybody is happy to be back, especially against his former team, Kevin, you heard me earful too, it's Tyler.
Yes, it is very nice to see Tyler O'Neill back. Mr. Contreras takes ball 1 and talked to him a few days ago. He has been raring to go for a while. Orioles took a little bit extra time to make sure he would be acclimated and is activated. Though he's not starting today, Red Sox have 4 left-handed relievers. You can very easily see him later in the game, depending on the situation. Will swing by Contreras. It's 2-2, and Boston will start lefties the next 2 days. Garrett Crochet and Conley early, so we can see Tyler start both of those games. Yeah, yesterday or tomorrow's game, what 4:05 now, 12:05. Yes, because of inclement weather, at least that's the forecast. And the gates have been moved up to 10:30 a.m. So if you have a ticket for tomorrow, get here earlier. We'll beat the weather. 2-2 coming. A little ground ball foul. Yeah, Contreras' first year with the Red Sox had some power numbers. But it seems like every year, 20 or more home runs. Perfect. I mean, pull hitter. Perfect in Fenway Park. Already with 4 home runs.
Swing.
And misses at that sweepy slider that Brandon Young's really been honing in on this year. It's his first strikeout of the game. Well, it doesn't get any better than this. You throw it for the outside corner. It looks like it's going to be a strike. Watch it dive bomb. So not only horizontally, but vertically moving. Perfect slider. How did they do it? Got ahead. Had to expand the strike zone because of the 2-strike count. Well, you're afraid. Got a middle fastball.
And it's gone.
Get one back for the Red Sox. Well, that's what he does. He wears out right-handers at 22 home runs last year. 21 of those against right-handed pitching. And if you watch the World Baseball Classic, a terrific series for Venezuela. Bravo snaps an 18-game homer. Let's ground and puts the Red Sox on the board at 4-1.
Yeah, as you guys can probably tell, as you guys already don't know, but I do not like the Red Sox. The Red Sox and the Yankees are the two teams I dislike the most in the MLB, if you want to know. So, yeah, I never liked the Red Sox or the Yankees. But they do have one of the best one of the best rivalries in sports, but I do not like both of them.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Staticky bike for Jansen Visconti, and Story will win this challenge. The Red Sox are 13. 3 inches off the belly, which is why he challenged it better. See the number. I mean, he had a great year last year because he stayed healthy. 25 home runs, almost 100 RBIs. 157 games for Story last year. Up with on base plus slugging 741 above average. This year that number's at 514. He's laid on this fastball. It's 2 of 1. Red Sox have just not hit. They've got a home run from Abreu. It's just their 15th of the year. Tied for the fewest home runs in baseball with the Giants coming into today. Last in the major leagues slugging. It's been a long time since we've said that this deep into a year. You have to go back to 1992. Last time the Red Sox, this late in the season, and that season was much later, were dead last in the major leagues with slugging percentage. 3-1 to Story. What a pitch there. He's looking fastball and throws something else, and now all of a sudden you run the count to 3-2. If you're Trevor Story, you have no idea what's going on. Out of a 2-seamer this year. 2 fastballs plus a slider. And it goes with the slider. Good take by Story. Goes on the ball. Well, similar to the first one he challenged. Here are the Red Sox offensive ranks coming into the game. 26th runs per game. 26th in on-base percentage. Last in slugging. They're not stealing many bases, partly because obviously they're not getting off much, but they haven't been terribly aggressive when they do. 13 seasons. As Marcelo Meyer, he takes a breaking ball in the third. A home run by Abreu, a walk by Story. The Sox are trying to get something cooking tonight. 23-year-old Marcelo Meyer, fourth pick in the draft just 5 years ago out of high school. High fly ball from Meyer. This one's hit well, but not well enough to center field. Story thinks about a tag, and Tavares.
If that was a home run, that was like right. That was almost right dead in the middle of the plate.
Well, Madison Plus down $19.99 per month. You can get it for your iOS and Android mobile devices, Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV. MassonSports.com or scan the QR code. That is the new deal. $19.99 per month. Get Madison Plus and watch the Orioles anytime, anywhere. A little dribbler from Caleb Durbin. Fielded on the second baseman.
There we go.
Red Sox skip one back on the Abreu homer. Nose will swing it up 3.
Help explain how much fun I have playing Fast Play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery. I brought in a ballpark vendor. I love having having a chance to win cash or to be selected as a contestant of the game. During that game, I can win $500 for every Orioles home run. So grab that. Plus, I can win $5,000 for a grand slam. So when the Orioles are hitting homers, things can get pretty big. Make the right call this season and play home run riches from the Maryland Lottery.
Ride the Baja Wave. Refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
When you put people over profit, you empower workers. When you invest in the places you serve, you inspire communities. When you offer support beyond what's expected, you elevate businesses. At Chesapeake Employers Insurance, we see what's important in workers' comp. Your business, your employees, your goals. We deliver exceptional care, safety expertise, and community investment across Maryland and the Mid-Atlantic. Chesapeake Employers Insurance, we see what's important to you.
This is Arby's quarter-pound pulled pork and chopped brisket. Both are smoked slow for up to 13 hours. Tender, juicy barbecue like this isn't magic, although there is a lot of smoke involved.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Orioles baseball on Madison is brought to you by the Law Tigers. Injured in a motorcycle accident. Call 1-800-LAW-TIGERS. And by Bet365, where winning is everything. Festive night tonight, HBCU and Divine Dynamic. We have a bunch of bands up in the upper deck playing in between the half innings. Bowie State, Howard, Lincoln, Delaware State, and Oregon State University.
Unbelievably good. I know you do all kinds of football and what you call them, the pep bands.
Pep bands at college basketball games. Nothing like the marching band of football. And nothing like that. We have wonderful, wonderful bands and musicians here. Beautiful national anthem performance as well. It's the importance of lift every voice and sing the Black National Anthem by the Coppin State University Gospel Choir. A great atmosphere at the park tonight. Even greater after that 4-run first inning. Jeremiah Jackson, the number 9 hitter. Only man that didn't get a taste of Brian Bayo in the first. Will run out of the shortstop here.
And Brian Bayo, you said, hey, he's got to get easily the first inning. There's the 3 home runs, 4 home runs already by the Red Sox and the Orioles. They're only in the second.
3 home runs in the first inning tonight for the 6th time in Orioles history. And that's one off the record. August 19, 2016, at 4 against Houston. For Gunnar Henderson, his first inning home run, 109 miles per hour off the bat. Hardest hit of any of his 8 home runs this year.
Well, like I said, you watch the games, you see all the analyticals or whatever, but at the end of the day, really chasing balls out of the time. And if you want to hit better, make them throw strikes. Hit your pitch to hit, not theirs. That's what I'm talking about right there. Take the right pitches.
Four-run first inning for the Orioles, their most in a long time as well. 2-1 to go. The last time the Orioles scored 4 runs in the first inning of any game was, ironically enough, their home opener last year against the Boston Red Sox. John Newcomb started that game. So their first home game against the Red Sox this season, they put up 4
There you go, Gunner. Oh.
When you're struggling, you got to let the game come to you. And that's part of it as a hitter. Look for strikes to hit. He gets one. Now, it didn't mean he's going to get a fastball, but he gets to look forward, and when he gets it, he has some success.
There's Taylor Ward. Everybody wanted to challenge that, decided not to go for it. First pitch for batter to the second, but it was a strike. Yep. Really was. Okay. It's probably one of those pitches that was not called a strike for most of the time, with the typical strike zone being more than oval. Now, obviously, this is a calling balls and strikes, but in the ABS rectangle, it would have been a strike. Ward, take two-seamer there, and it's 1-2. Taylor had a sharp single up the middle this first time. Ward scored on the Adley Rutschman in a home run. 3 first-inning home runs for the Orioles. They had a home run in the first inning from Pete last game. 6 runs, 4 homers in the first inning in the last 2 games, doubling their numbers from the first 24. They had a wide at first to Gunnar Henderson, who probably won't get picked off.
Well, Van's right. He's tough to run on because he's so quick to deflect. Not much of a late kick. Some guys are just harder to run than others. When you have Ward at the plate, the home run power.
There you go. There you go, Taylor.
Just as we call it. And Ward hits a base into the same spot. So Gunnar, who was jumping, goes all the way to third.
So far, phenomenal hitting performance.
Like a 4-lane highway up the middle. He doesn't hit it to the shortstop or the second baseman. He just, again, I think it's how hard you hit it. They're coming over a little bit, fire coming over, and basically nicely steered.
Henderson and Ward are 4 for 4 in the first 2 innings. And Adley Rutschman, who's homered, they're 5 for 5.
Well, Taylor would only want one home run after hitting 36. Typical year for him. Around 25, 26, but already a couple of games with 4 hits, another game with 3 hits.
First and third, 1 away. Orioles looking to strike into second. Rutschman fouls off.
Well, look for a ball up in the zone, and of course, as you mentioned, they always likes to throw ground balls if he's able to get ahead and throw the sinker. If you're Adley, you're looking for something up in the zone, get it in the air. Did that the first time with a home run, but fly ball should score a run here.
Good miss, but Bayo's ahead of the count.
Yeah, 166 and 2/3 innings for Bayo last year. That's a lot of innings for him. 25 years old. 124 strikeouts. So when you get ahead here, runner less than 2 outs at third base, they're running a strikeout. Adley's looking for something to get in the air.
That's a double play.
The third, Caleb Durbin to second. Rutschman is
Oh.
at first.
I don't think that was a particularly good play.
And we got another run scored. All right, 5-0. Gunnar comes in.
Well, you really got to know you can turn 2. Right here, he comes in, plays in front of him, tries to turn 2, and
Adley's just quick.
Place kicker.
Safe. He's safe.
6 fielders goes to the RBI, 3 RBIs for Adley.
See, right here, you know that Pete Alonso wants to challenge that, but it's not the right time. Only strike 1. Ball slow.
Well, it's 1-1.
Well, you've been McDonald doing the games in Kansas City. You kind of like it. In Cleveland, he doubled off the wall late in the ball game for a double, hit the home run to right center field. When Pete Alonso's at his best, it's no offense to say.
And he's obviously got tremendous pull power, but his career pulled ball rate was actually a little lower than the Major League average. He'll go to the opposite field, bump a little more than the average hitter. And last year with the Mets, he had a career-high opposite field in a year that was as good an offensive year as he's had his rookie season. Highest OPS since his rookie year, 126 RBIs with the second most in his career, and he did a lot of it by going to right center. And yeah, I mean, his best runner in scoring position number of his career was last year at 309. With 19 of his home runs center field and right field, and 38 home runs a year. Good take right there. Throw a lot of changeups, tried to strike him out with one. Right on right, he throws almost none. 8% changeups to right, typically sinker cutter. So 3-2. This will give Adley Rutschman a head start first. And he bounces the ball over to Story at shortstop. That'll end the inning, but the Orioles get another. Hits from Henderson and Florida. Fielder's choice for Rutschman, and the O's get that run back.
A century ago, our founders made a promise to always take care of their own. And that promise is still at the heart of everything we do. Why our members know we'll do what's right. USAA, taking care of our own.
$10 for large, $10 for any three toppings, $10 for your choice of hot crust. Like our new garlic parm hand tops, because there's crust and then there's hot crust. The crust you crave and $10. Order in the pizza. I'm not in. Sorry guys, I'm not in. I'm not Jack.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
From Maine to Tokyo, and every street, sidewalk, and side trail in between. You don't wear bean boots to stand out. You wear them to stand outside.
Tomorrow afternoon, the Orioles host the Red Sox. First 20,000 fans get an Orioles hockey jersey presented by Lido Pizza. Orioles.com/tickets. And please do note the new game time. The Orioles and Red Sox in consultation with Major League Baseball agreed to move the game from 4:05 up to 12:05 because of the threat of rain tomorrow night. The gates will open an hour and a half beforehand at 10:30 a.m. Still expecting, even with the early start time, a big crowd for those hockey jerseys. So get here early. 10:30 a.m. gates. Eric Crochet, the scheduled starter for Boston tomorrow. What a difficult start to the year for him. 788 earned run average for Crochet, who was neck and neck with Tarek Skubal, the AL Cy Young bunch of last year. And the Orioles will counter with their left-handed ace Trevor Rogers, also looking to rebound from a couple of tough starts, so his numbers much better than Crochet's. A couple of bad pitches in his last game in Cleveland. Carlos Carmona. It's not a good idea to make bad pitchers, so Jose Ramirez. That's it. From watching the games, you kind of notice that. What a player he is. Brad Young, meanwhile, 2 innings, 1 run. The Orioles with a 5-1 lead as Young strikes out Narvaez, and once again, that newish slider is very impressive. Well, sliders when thrown right look like your fastball, except the good ones. Remember, he's 6'5", 230. So it starts for the corner and then just makes a left turn and turn, and that's what the good ones do. He didn't have to throw a strike wide once again. They did it. Something he didn't do last year. And the other thing they didn't do for him last year, they scored under 4 runs a game for him. But not much offense. Knocked up by Jared Duran. Henderson. Almost had it. A spectacular effort by Gunnar Henderson in foul territory. You're kind of watching here from the booth.
And you're going, there's no way in the world.
Man, Gunnar Henderson's been playing his tail off tonight, that's for sure.
But out of nowhere, he's up the middle. Now watch this. And again, this is what Gunnar Henderson did about all effort and almost. Did it go in the glove? I don't know. It's spun off in the glove, yeah. His jump there, his timing, that was. If he caught that, that might have been the best play of his life. And he's doing it in the third inning of a 5-1 game. Would have been a web jam. But no doubt. It's a strike instead as Young misses high to Jared Durant. Yeah, the kind of guy you want to keep off base. You know, they were MVP 2 years ago. So it's 34 that year. And we got caught 7 times. It's a splitter out of play. Something Young talked about in an interview he recently did with our Annie Clapp, which you can see on our Massive Sports social media page at MassiveSports.com. Sit down between Annie and Brandon and Wortha was how much Brandon focused on tunneling this year, having his pitches seem to appear out of the same way that he said tunneling the fastball, splitter, and slider was his main focus. You can see it on some of the swings he's getting early on. There's his slider. Durant just come up. Yeah. Pretty nice of that right there, not to swing at that pitch. Our Xfinity Power Connections tell you another thing Brandon Young's done well. Throw the ball harder than ever. 95.5, the average four-seam velocity at work 6 days ago. For a pitch of 87.
Base hit.
It's a 2-2 splitter that brought a little too much of a plate for the right side. A hard single for Jared Durant.
Now let's see if Alex Cora down by 4 runs, looking at speed at first, will let him go. Red Sox running a lot, 13 out of 17 attempts.
Durant 3 for 3 leads the way.
Not much of a lead.
One to Cedon Rafael. Now, much of last season, Rafael was the Red Sox at number 9. Here he is, having recently hit first, now hitting second.
Huge hole on the right side. And chases it.
Pop up.
Big and slight.
Jeremiah Jackson has it, and there are 2 away. So Rafaela, who's been maybe a tiny bit more patient this year, is still an awfully free swinger. He's seen 3 pitches and 2 plate appearances.
Well, let's see if Yoshina's a little more aggressive. Grounded up the last time, ran the count to 2-2, and then a roll second. Actually, maybe it's so.
Goes Durant, once it pops up to the throw and skips away from Henderson. So Jared Durant's down 4 for 4 steals on the year.
Yeah, you kind of expect that. If you're Alex Cora, you got a guy that can run, you're looking for runs, you're not hitting particularly well. And he gets into scoring position.
For Yoshida, who is not the home run hitter of the Red Sox, hope he might be. They signed him to a 5-year, $90 million deal before 2023. He's hit 281 career, 761 OPS, a little above average, but only 55 games last year. Has really not played the field much the last 2 years. So it hasn't been equally to hit.
Brandon Young, I've noticed his pitching hasn't there's I'm not sure, but some of his pitching, the majority from what I'm seeing, his pitches aren't even reaching 90 miles per hour.
Again, it's only the 3rd inning, but the Red Sox are going to get better.
95, there we go. That should be a pop out here. But some of his pitches I've noticed, like I feel like if I look 50% of them. Maybe I was just seeing things there for a second. Now time for the bottom of the 3rd.
insurance company after your car accident? Think again.
I was missing work and they acted like it didn't matter.
I was stuck without a card for weeks.
I had over $30,000 in medical bills. The insurance company only offered to pay for 10.
They told me it's the best you're gonna get. You gotta take care.
Don't let big insurance fool you. Remember, you have a will.
When you need a win,
Science and crime.
If you have a phone, you have a lawyer. Call 1-800-LAWYERS or visit youhavealawyer.com.
We can't hire you right now, but we'll keep you in mind. We'll keep me in mind. It's a good day for a good deal at Outback. Get down under favorites like the Aussie treacle starting at $14.99. Any reason is a good reason to celebrate at Outback.
they'll make sure that you're a happy, satisfied customer. I will continue to come back.
We strive to build long-lasting relationships, and the proof is in their smiles. Come see us.
Birdland Pride brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Chesapeake Employers Insurance, we see what's important to you. Home runs are important tonight. Hunter Henderson, Hadley Rutschman, Dylan Beavers, all of the first inning, all on Brian Bale. One off of the Oriole record. Most first inning homers. They had a second inning run to boot. They made 5-1 against these slumping Red Sox. Beavers first pitch swinging here against Bale. Ball swung at the shallow left.
All right. Gone. It's out of here. There we go. 6-1.
Years of great pitching by Bale against the Orioles, and they are exercising all of their frustrations on this City Connect Friday. Well, it's also a different offense. You know, Bassano is going to be, looks like his first full year. You got Alonso, you got Ward, you got Beavers in his second year. Pretty formidable when they're on their game. It's almost like they're reading their press clipping. Because this is the kind of offense like everybody thought we were going to see. Not just on occasion, but quite regularly. Greg Alvarez has maintained, at least with us, and everybody else we've seen, that it is this kind of offense. He's talked about the Orioles' great at-bat quality, game in and game out. It's like the way they work out. It's the way they hit the ball hard. They really haven't been hitting the ball hard in the air. They are doing that tonight. That home run, another absolute screamer, 111 off the bat of their side. It's all coming together on this beautiful Friday evening. Leody Taveras inside the ball three. Four home runs for the Orioles. Just 7 outs made. How about this? Career against the Orioles into tonight. Brian Bale had allowed one single solitary stick-in home run to Hunter Henderson in 42 2/3 innings. And tonight, the Orioles have quadrupled that in 2 1/3. 3-2 for Taveras. Folks one out of play. Well, if that went fair, if you're Bale, you're just not going to be my night. Yeah, if you're pitching, you don't like this sound. I don't know. If you're hitting, it's the sweet spot. Inside to Leonid Tavares, the Orioles draw their first walk. And here comes Alex Cora. And nobody up in their bullpen, I don't believe. Now we've seen a visit from Andrew Bailey. Well, everybody I talked to today said Bailey, I mean, he's only 26. Signed a 6-year, $55 million extension, which could be a bargain, especially if you win 11 games, 14 games like you've been able to do. But they also said he could be, I don't know, maybe very high strung to some degree. So I guess this is probably Alex Cora said, hey, 6-1, calm down. Please get us some outs. Get us into the middle inning. I can use my bullpen. We'll go from there. One of those pictures that some of the Red Sox people will say, if it's 2-0, it could be 6 straight balls very quickly. And tonight, one home run turned into 4 very quickly. It's snowballing on here. Roby Mayo is going to see his 60th pitch of the game already. 1 out, 3rd inning. And Tavares is running.
Safe. What?
He's out, even though he had the base easily stolen at first.
Oh.
So the Red Sox get a gift second out.
Yeah, just cooked it too much there.
Bear just sustains the tag, which is what they teach everybody to do.
Just put too much heat into that slide.
So 2 outs and 1-1 count at Colby Mayo. Tavares is caught stealing despite a great jump. Mayo, the only strikeout of the game for Mayo. Ground ball foul, it's 1-2. But he's a lot better with a couple guys on, don't you think? Back-to-back home runs with 3 runners. Back-to-back games. The first one went very impressive, 439 feet. We were impressed until he went 452 on the next one. But he hit into the waterfall in the field, way up there. That's the concessions.
There we go.
Colby Mayo shoots a base hit into left field, and the Orioles pick up yet another hit. That's their 9th of the game and 17 batters. No chance for German.
Go, Colby.
Mayo. Yes, Mayo. 7 Orioles have reached base already. Ryan Jackson hoping to make it 8. Yeah, the Red Sox schedule the top 10 road games. I think 18 of their first 31, but they also play 3 out of 24. So that's what Alex Cora is saying. Come on, give us some length and give up some runs. But 4 home runs against Baylor, the most that Ryan Bayo has allowed in his big league career. This is his 102nd start, 158. Last year, he only gave up 16 homers and 166 2/3. Quarter of the way there in one night. Jackson over to third. Durbin goes to second and just gets the lead runner Mayo. The Orioles have scored in every inning. They've homered 4 times tonight. The latest from Samuel Basayo. 111 off the bat. It's a power surge in Baltimore.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral packs. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
When you're traveling with 3 kids, and pretty much everything now,
Hi guys, welcome.
it matters where you stay. Hilton for the stay.
Massive Plus is back and better than ever. Live stream Orioles baseball in market all season long like never before. It's a completely refreshed all Orioles experience with a new look, improved performance, easier navigation, and plenty more to explore. Subscribe to Massive Plus for only $19.99 a month. Scan the QR code or go to MassiveSports.com and get yours today.
I live with a rare disease called epidermolysis bullosa, or EB.
People with EB are missing vital proteins that bind skin together.
They call it the butterfly disease because my skin is as fragile as a butterfly's wings.
EB Research Partnership is dedicated to funding research aimed at treating and ultimately curing EB. In the process, we are pioneering a model to find cures for 7,000 other rare diseases.
Join us to heal EB and lead the way for rare diseases.
The fourth inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by Central Atlantic Toyota Dealers. Shop Toyota for legendary style and reliability. And check out the all-new RAV4 at Toyota.com. HBCU and Divine 99, that's in Morgan State. Marching band up there in the upper deck, performing in between innings. Well, the Orioles have had a RAV4 tonight. They swung with legendary style and reliability, you can say. They gave it Brandon Young a nice 5-run cushion. Young has allowed 2 hits, a walk, struck out 2. William Braves home run, the only run. It's a right-on-right splitter, floating into Wilson Contreras. Pretty much ditched the cutter. He's only thrown it 1 time in AAA this year. Added a 2-seamer, sharpened the slider, and he had both a splitter and a changeup last year. He's consolidated that. It's one-off speed pitch, the splitter. So it's a reworked repertoire for Young this year. And there's the high heater. That was the best pitch a year ago. It's been the staple this year, and he uses it to get his 3rd strikeout. And it's up and in. Once again, gets ahead, and then pitches to the corner. It looked like a little 2-seamer. Just, perfectly situated. And he struck out Contreras twice. 6'6" right-hander. Added velocity this year. Does a good splitter to William Brand. We talked about this in your conversation with Brandon Young last year. It was so important for you, and he knows this, to establish fastball command. He struggled to do that early in starts last year. And he has done it very well tonight. Yeah. And now he's got the slider and the splitter to go with it. And the ability to pitch up his own. 2-seamer, probably throw it down a little bit, maybe into righties, away to lefties. Try to get a little revenge on Abreu, who beat him with a home run. Abreu pops it up out of play. This could be an extended stay for Brandon Young as well. Again, just joining us, Dean Kramer was placed on the injury list yesterday. A little bit of a surprise popped up out of nowhere. In between starts, Dean suffered a sprained quad, a right quad sprain. Michael Lash spoke to the media today. He said it was during normal conditioning in between starts when Dean aggravated it. He said it's not the end of the world in terms of an injury. Dean can keep growing, but it's going to take some time. It'll be several weeks to say the least.
And they do the MRI, and that shows the severity of the actual strain, tear, whatever it might be. Like the last talking about, he can keep throwing to keep his arm in shape. Not exactly the same as pitching. But again, right leg, right hitter, that's the one you push off of. With the pitch right there, then Brady fouls off. So again, when you throw a home run, which is what Young did to Brady, you go back and you say, okay, where was it? Inside middle, fastball, too much of a plate. This time, get ahead and try to stay out of that zone.
There's another 0-2.
There we go.
He stayed out of it all right.
Well, I mean, that's, we've seen perfect sliders, we've seen fastballs up and in, And now we see a splitter where the bottom drops out. It appears to stay in the strike zone, and then just drops. Once again, what's the vertical break on this pitch? Pretty dramatic. Swing and a miss by Trevor Story. Took something off the slider there. Probably at 87 miles per hour on average this year. That came over at 84. Really had Story out of sorts. And the pitch mix this inning has been sensational for Young. Obviously, he had the near perfecto in Houston and the back of the league against the Mets, but you can tell. I'm not a trained pitcher like you, but anybody out there at home who's as untrained as me, you can tell, as we all can, this is a different Brandon Young this year. And he's pitching exactly the way you're supposed to pitch with a 6-1 lead. Throw a lot of strikes. Go after the guy that hit the home run off you.
Story pops one to the center, a hard charging.
Base hit.
Pull up. That's a blue base hit. And Trevor Story's been on twice.
Yeah, worked a walk. And I mean, worked some really borderline pitches to get the walk and then just fights one off and dumps it into center field. But once again, the Red Sox, they need something like that. It doesn't have to be hard hit. Just get somebody on and hoping maybe it opens up a hole and try to get back into this game.
And young Marcelo Meyer flat to center field his first time. And Meyer drove the top of the splitter.
So you got a slider that looks like a fastball, and you got a splitter that looks like a fastball. It's a pretty good way to be effective.
Just what Brandon was talking about in that interview with Andy down in Norfolk, tunneling those 3 pitches. Ground ball.
There we go.
Jackson fields the hot, throws to first, another shutdown inning. 4 innings, 1 run for the guy they call B.Y. A great return to Baltimore for Brandon Young.
With the Toyota, affordability isn't about cutting back. It's about getting more. And with many models starting under $35,000, getting ahead has never been easier. So check out a Camry and choose from the features and tech you want, or a Corolla with the style and value you need. Plus, every new Toyota comes with a 2-year no-cost scheduled maintenance plan. Buy a Camry or Corolla today.
Home Run Derby on HBCU and Divine 9 night of City Connect Friday. Absolutely gorgeous night. What a shot that is. High overhead Camden yards. 6-1 the Oriole lead. Great to be with you this evening. Kevin Brown, favorite Jim Palmer up here in the booth. Melanie Newman down below and our wonderful massive crew. Excited to be back home, but so are the Orioles. With runs in each of the first 3 innings against Brian Bale and 4 homers. Career high runs allowed by Bale. Trevor Henderson, the first of those 4 to lead off the game. He has singled since.
Yeah, you don't like to be facing a guy for the 3rd time. It's only the 4th inning. Looking at a 6-1 deficit. Strike ball to Henderson. And that ball was probably low, but you're up 6-1. You are not going to waste the challenge on strike one. But he did.
Mayo, a couple of starts ago, pitched well at St. Louis, 6 2/3, 2 earned runs. The other 3 starts this year, all between 3 1/3 and 4 2/3 innings.
Well, that's Houston's got the best offense in the American League. That was his first game. Milwaukee, even though they're struggling, they can hit a little bit. And the Tigers, of course, people think that they will win the American League Central. Not the National League Central, but the whole entire division. So that's amazing.
I mean, Milwaukee is struggling a little bit, as you said. They're still 13-11. That's last place. Cubs and Reds are 16-9. Henderson fouls off a tight 2-2 breaking ball. But then you have the American League West, where nobody's better than 13-12. Game above 500. But the National League has been a powerful league so far. Atlanta, San Diego Dodgers, 18-8 or 17-8 or 3.
Yeah, the Cubbies play the Dodgers tonight. They have a 9-game lead. I mean, 9-game winning streak, excuse me. They're out of Dodger world.
3-2 for Gunnar Henderson. 7-pitch coming. And finally, Mayo got it.
Okay, that's again 50% of his swings are what they call fast swings. And right here, pretty much down the middle, does foul tip it, but right into the glove.
Second strikeout for Mayo. Strike to Taylor Ward. Ward a single up the middle and single up the middle. Based on 24 of 25 innings.
There we go.
He is dependable, isn't he? So what? That's the second 3-hit game, 2 4-hit games. He is more than that.
2 4-hit games and you're at second 3 and gave it back to that. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The first inning home runs tonight, the Orioles' first 3-homer first inning in 9 years. None of these were cheap. Henderson, Rutschman, Beavers. Several Messiah of the third inning, all left-handed hitters to the pull side. And lefties came in at 342 with an OPS 975 off the back. We'll step off before first pitch to Rutschman.
Yeah, his sweeper is his best pitch, and he does not throw that to lefties. So, good matchup, Orioles taking advantage of it.
This cutter is a pitch that Mayo's developed the last couple of years. Had a swing and miss rate of 57%. However, when it gets hit, it tends to get hit very hard. And 2 of his home runs tonight have been on that cut.
Yeah, Gunnar started it off with smoking. There's another good take. And that's what Adley does when he's at his best.
Two-run home run, an RBI fielder's choice. 3 ribbies for Rutschman, a season high.
There's their cutter. Yeah, the cutter is designed. You know, it used to be way back. You had Chris Carpenter, a terrific pitcher. The Cardinals, he cut it into the lefties, run the 2-seamer away. Now the philosophy is the cutter will move enough to get the ball off the barrel of the back.
Gone. Gone. Adley does it again.
Pieces. 5 RBIs for Adley Rutschman. There might be a City Connect night every night at this rate.
8-1. And we're not even halfway through the game yet.
Trying to join the fun. 5th home run for the Orioles tonight off of Brian Bayo.
Second for Adley Rutschman. All my left-handed hitters. To your point. Well, there's your little cut. And I think if you go to the pitcher's handbook, cutters, inside, middle, thigh, high, it's kind of a no-no. Yeah, he just lost it down the right field line, and it's now 8-1. There's finally hitting a guy that's hits really well against you for long, and then there's this. This is an absolute torrent. I don't know what's supposed to be the rain on the weekend.
Lonzo, there you go.
He joins the hit parade. A dozen knocks for the Orioles today. And Pete Alonso makes it 3 straight hits in the fourth. Well, if Bale makes a mistake.
Amazing hitting performance tonight.
The Orioles were hitting. They were not missing their pitches tonight. Obviously, when you look at the scoreboard, a lot of good ones to hit. Bonnie Moran is getting loose. Strike one of Beavers, who's
It's right in the middle, right. In the middle of the ceramic plate there. There you go. But obstruction still continues.
The Orioles have completely ensorcelled Brian Bale. And that's going to end his night after the 13th hit in 23 batters. What a hitting exhibition by the O's tonight. And as you mentioned, only the fourth. Brian Bale had never allowed 4.
Is now half our price.
That can't be right.
It is. Plus, they're giving people a mobile line free for a year.
Hey, Nat, are you open to feedback?
Yeah.
Okay, let's pitch on a better deal. Go. Bag of cash giveaway, unmarked bills.
All counterfeit.
Love it. Is that legal? Could you?
Switch to Xfinity for fiber-powered Wi-Fi and mobile at half the price.
To help explain how much fun I have playing Fast Play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery, I brought in a ballpark vendor. I love having the chance to win cash or to be selected as a contestant of the game. During that game, I can win $500 for every Orioles home run. So grab that. Plus, I can win $5,000 for a grand slam. So when the Orioles are hitting homers, things can get pretty. Make the right call this season and play Home Run Riches from the Maryland Lottery.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try vinyl packs. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too. Oops. That's why the Coors Light Mountains turn blue. Because people don't just like beer. People like cold beer.
Go and tell your mama you love her. Go and tell your mama you love her. Go and tell your people to love her. Go and tell your people to love her. Keep telling me, so baby, I love you. Hey.
Brian Bale, it must be the bubble gum. Well, it's been one of those nights. A lot of explosions. The Orioles doing with their bats, and now our MedStar Health pitching change. Get the same top-rated care of the Orioles. Just visit medstarhealth.org to find care now. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people. They didn't treat Bale very well. Moran will come on out of Puerto Rico, West. So again, a left hand. I mean, he gets lefties out really well. I think like 14 out of 16 against the lefties. 8 strikeouts, a couple of walks. Match up. Face up off the Sion. First pitch popped up, and that'll be an infield fly. So Moran gets it out Yeah, fastball change-up cutter pitcher with a sweeper curveball. So, does anybody not have 5 pitches? Well, you got to have multiple fastballs now. That's the rule. That's just a 4-seamer. Most people have a 4-seamer cutter and a 2-seamer. It seems like if this is one of them. Tavares will turn around and bat right-handed.
Gone.
To right.
Oh. That was a good hit, though.
Fourth career multi-homer game, a 2-run shot, and an 8-1 Birdland blowout through the first 4 innings.
Ride the Baja wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the do.
Believes in the power of touch. A love you forever touch. A touch that says, I'm never letting go. That's why Gold Bond is formulated to make your skin irresistibly touchable. Get in touch. Gold Bond.
Messin and Messin Plus, your home for Orioles baseball.
Kevin Love here. Sony Pictures Animation's Film Goat is out now, and we've created something special to go with it. Inspired by the film, Goat Beyond the Game is a free curriculum that gives kids creative ways to support their emotional well-being. Designed to help kids build their confidence, stay focused, and navigate their emotions, the program brings the film's core themes into the classroom through fun activities. These are evidence-based tools that actually work and will help kids discover they have the power to change the game. Visit kevinlovefund.org and download it today for your classroom.
2026 Birdland memberships are available starting at $299 for 16 games. Get the ultimate flexibility to swap games out. Guaranteed game giveaways, exclusive events, ballpark discounts, and more. Go to Orioles.com/memberships. Today, what a time to sign up. 8-1. Brandon Young, every time he's come up down at the first inning, has seen the lead swell. Hadley Rutschman with 2 homers and 5 RBIs this evening. Their multi-game. And Young pitching for the lead. He's ahead of Caleb Durbin on 2.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around. Baylor, over the course of his career, they've averaged almost 5 1/4 runs for him. Tonight, only 1. Of course, he gives up 8. Brandon Young, you don't score for him. Tons of runs.
12 starts last year. Young was only the winning pitcher by decision in 1. The near perfect game in Houston, where he was perfect for 7 2/3. Was the winning pitcher in the first start of this year in Chicago. A ground ball hit to third, backs up Mayo from the cut of the grass.
Oh, no.
He comes off the bat as the ball trickles down the line.
Not an easy play, but again, the footwork is something they've been working on. Miguel Castro is going to say, look how flat-footed he gets right here. But again, you got to take a little pro hop, otherwise very hard, and you can see him once it saves it from going by it. Maybe they'll give him a hit, but that should have been an out.
It is an infield hit for Durbin. So Red Sox have 4 hits tonight. Number 9 hitter Carlos Narvaez.
Yeah, most hitters have trouble with that pitch. You're going to chase it. Hard to do anything with it. He did a home run for Schindler the other night for the Yankees. 97-mile-per-hour fastball that was blasted to left center.
Runs right into the bat. Narvaez knocks it to right, so the 8 and 9 hitters reach to lead off the Red Sox 5th.
They get to see Young now for the third time. Nice at bat there. First ball, I don't care if you call it infield. It should have been an out, but it wasn't. And it allows the Red Sox to mount a mini rally here in the fifth. And try to do so with Durant, single sharply in the right his last time up. Good time through when you expect Young to attack these Red Sox. Just mix up the pitches. He's been doing it all night long. You know, they get to make a decision if they can discern between the fastball and the split. That's how he tried to get lefties out. Skied to left by Durant. That would chase Ward back. Before the running track, he makes the catch. His throw goes into second as Dermott advances to third, and there is one away. And now Young will look for a double play ball against Cedon Rafael, who's grounded into a team co-leading 4. Yeah, I mean, has good speed, but again, as a right-handed hitter, anything to the left side, a little bit harder to get out of the box. Rafael has only seen 3 pitches tonight. He swings in the first one here. A slider out of play. Yeah, when you go back and look at the Red Sox with Pedroia and Ortiz and Ramirez, they did not swing at pitches early.
At this point, man, we're up 7 runs. There's no excuse as to why we can't close this game out, obviously.
So now all of a sudden with a runner at third, less than 2 outs, he's thinking strikeout. Rafael had reached a 17 straight games on Tuesday, but he's now 0 for his last 10.
Double play. Here we go. 1. Oh.
Legs out an RBI fielder's choice, and it's 8-2. Yeah, Young gets away with a slider right down the middle. So lucky to get the ground ball, and then you think maybe he is going to get a double play, but again, the speed factor. So 8-2 as Durban scores. Narvaez replaced by Rafael. And here is Masataka Yoshida.
This should end it.
Second. Young is through 5 innings on his 67 pitches. He has plenty left in the arsenal with an 8-2 lead.
That swordfish won me the tournament. I once had a 8-leg parlay. An octopus, if you will. Came down to a game in Detroit. I heard the team's plane got in super late the night before, so I figured I'd use my Bet365 sign-up bonus to hammer the under. Did you win? Well, let's just say the next round of omelets is on me, fellas. Bet $10, get $200 in bonus bets. Without T-Mobile 5G home internet, this place is spooky. That's just our T-Mobile home internet delivery.
Now you can get the fastest 5G home internet with same-day delivery, powered by DoorDash.
See, nothing to be scared of. Get T-Mobile 5G home internet delivered the same day, powered by DoorDash. Just $35 a month. Relax. I also got my new phone delivered the same day. Everything all right? I heard screaming. Newcastle! I bet your car's out of warranty and you pay full price for repairs! You bum!
I have car shield.
How?
Customers like me save thousands on car repairs.
They can do that.
Maybe you didn't know Car Shield's been protecting drivers for over 20 years and are America's most trusted auto protection company. Maybe you didn't know that I know you live in your mom's basement, Reginald.
How did you know that?
Clears hear everything. Enjoy the rest of the game. Call Car Shield. You bum.
Clears the fountain. 452 feet. Kobe Bell destroyed the world. different from Kobe Mayo on Wednesday. Massive, monstrous moonshots in back-to-back games. His first 2 home runs of the year. He's added a base hit tonight for the Orioles' 8-2 lead over the Red Sox. Mayo takes strike from Giovanni Moran, placing the starter Brian Bayo with 13 hits, 8 earned runs, walked 1, and surrendered 5 homers and 3 1/3. It'll be a long night for the Red Sox bullpen. They need Moran to pitch well because, again, tomorrow's game times are 12:05, so it's going to be a short rest for the Red Sox, who got a short start. They already used 4 of their 8 relievers against the Yankees yesterday.
Gone. Gone. Colby Mayo does it again.
3 straight games with a home run for Kobe Mayo. Not a 3-run shot this time, but who cares? A solo blast makes it 9-2. Well, he hit it with one hand. It gives you a pretty good idea about his potential power. Might have been a changeup that gets him out on his front foot, and then just gets it in the air and it keeps going. Here's the good changeup. Here, I mean, just watch this out in front. Knee nearly hit the ground. Jackson, the Oriole left not to reach base, maybe they're on his hitter. And he is retired for the 3rd time on the ground. Well, they're going to make some outs. It's good for the rest of the other crew to pick them up. No, I did it. We just want to go that far. Let's get low and let it go, I guess. Close swing analysis. He does it. Yeah, tell you. So he said, well, Dustin Love said, I give him bullet points. His bullet point to Kobe Mayo's the last 3 nights or days. Get it out. Just hit it a long way.
We are making the Boston Red Sox look like a minor league team right now.
Do we think we might have a lively baseball game? 2026. This good time is up. Time will tell. Kobe Mayo's got a pretty live bat. Inside the gutter, 1-2. That's right, because offense is a little down early in the year. But not tonight, but our home runs up.
Oh, number 2.
A home run and a single is 2 for 4.
All right, I'm back.
The only time he ever really failed, hurt last year, 24 was the second half of stuff, was when he played in the Cape Cod League, where he hit, 2017, I think he hit 167. The next 2 years, he went back to Oregon State and hit over 400 both of those years. Base percentage was over 50%. He's always had the ability to make adjustments. Falmouth Commodore, 2017 in the Cape League. A little check swing grounder here. Long way to go for Meyer, and he flips it there with the glove. Defensively.
All right, top
Another home run.
sixth inning.
This one, a one-hand fit out. Well, the big guy. Home runs now in 3 straight games. As you said, home run derby.
We're cooking some Red Sox tonight.
7-9-2.
The NBA playoffs are on the line. Don't miss a minute of the action. The NBA playoffs presented by it's on Prime.
Go and tell your mama you love her. Go and tell your mama you love her. Go and tell your people you love her. Go and tell your people you love her. You tell them you said, baby, I love you.
I'm a 200-year-old elf, and what I might be holding up on the outside, on the inside, I'm dead. Oh man, it feels good to just let go. And if you don't have the right loan coverage, look, this could break your back. Switch to Allstate, and you can save hundreds. Put it on my tab. I'll show myself now.
At Heritage, we know that having a little one makes every drive a big one. Bumps can rattle you. Turns can tilt you. Stops can give you pause. Through our Mile One Cares car seat community program, we're providing free car seats to those who need them most. Because every baby deserves a safe car seat, and every parent deserves peace of mind. Heritage, keeping Baltimore babies safe, one car seat at a time.
Orioles Baseball Unmasked is brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. And by Bob Bell Automotive, your go-to for car service and more. Come see us or visit bobbell.com.
Probably going to end the stream early if we continue. I might end the stream early, probably at the 9th inning, because with the way things are going, we're having this game on lock. But
the lead keeps swelling and swelling for Brandon Young. Struck out Wilson Contreras twice tonight. And he's 1-1 on Contreras here. And a slider away, fastball the second time up and in. Well, this a moment ago gave the crowd a good laugh. The Orioles have simply hit too many home runs, and Camden Yards has run out of fireworks for the night. I guess 6 is the magic number for your nightly dose of available pyrotechnics. 6 home runs, 5 off Brian Bale, 1 off Giovanni Moran. Contreras takes about 5. The Oriole record, by the way, if you're wondering, it is 8. 16th, 2015 against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Orioles hit 8 home runs and a 19-3 win. So they are 2 away from the franchise record. They've been 7 times, most recently in 2016 against the Boston Red Sox. 3-2. Foul away and off of Contreras. Yeah, you run the count to 3-2 with a 9-2 lead in the 6th. You got to trust your stuff. You got to throw something that he's going to swing at. He may hit it, like you said. He's got some power. Full hitter. 12 of his 19 hits to left field. It would be perfect for Fenway Park.
boom.
But any better than that? Exactly the way he struck him out the first time. Perfectly thrown slider. Contreras is going to be seeing Brandon Young in his nightmares. 3 at-bats, 3 Ks. Well, good pitching. You don't give hitters good pitches to hit. Here's a perfect example. Where Abreu's first struck out. Abreu takes a little wide. So you got a big lead early. You'd like to what? Just throw strikes, not put guys on. That's what Brandon Young has done. He's only walked 1. And a ton of first pitch strikes this evening. Well, that's the way he started in the first inning, and that's what he has to do to be successful. As you mentioned, this stuff is better this year because the splitter is better than last year. But the slider can be a very tough pitch to hit. Strike 2 Abreu, 1-2, went to the fastball, which still has its velocity here in the 6th inning. Last time out for Brandon Young, he threw 5 2/3 in AAA against the Eric Bulls, man. Did not allow a hit. Walked 2, struck out 10. Gave up 1 earned. He's the International League Pitcher of the Week. His other AAA starts this year, 6 shutouts against Jacksonville, 5 innings, 1 run at Memphis. Between the 2 fastballs, only about 40% fastball usage tonight. Splitter and slider have led the way. 1-2. Another split. Yeah, that's the way they struck him out the last time. This time, Abreu were able to foul it off. French has not had a lot to really talk about tonight. Brandon Young's just been solid. Zadie Hill fouled away again. Yeah, big swing there. Two strike foul balls. This will be a 7th pitch. And Abreu lashes it the other way. That's great at bat by Willie Abreu, who's homered in the game. And this at bat will end in a double. Yeah, again, a great World Baseball Classic. Last year, the 22 home runs. Already with 6 defensive runs saved this year. It's a pretty good pitch, but even a better approach.
All right, guys. Even though we gave up a hit there, execution at the plate has been phenomenal tonight.
Right now, pitching and hanging in there against the lefties this year. Yeah, 269. Trevor Story's walked at single, and Story will take up 9. Yeah, I think I might think about getting Abreu up in the lineup a little bit. They're struggling offensively. Maybe get a few more at-bats.
Our starting pitcher just left. He had a great time on the mound, that's for sure. All right, so 3-9. We're up by 6 runs. I mean,
We love baseball, our cars, and limited edition bobbleheads. We hate rain delays and expensive cars. Because
All right, guys. Sixth inning. Pete Alonso's currently at the plate. Scores currently 9-3.
People like to join the party.
Dylan Beaters, base hit, safe.
3 for 4 for Beavers. And how do you do it?
to your point, did not pull, but he released the glove by the time that. Well, when he released the glove, the Basayo's foot was still on the back. So you see the foot's in there.
He's safe. He's safe. He touched the bag.
And still on, gloves up, and then the knee gets on, and he does not sustain. Exactly.
So based on those angles, this should be overturned.
Get an idea how hard it is to umpire, though.
Man, we're destroying.
Really?
What?
I mean, it's hard to be upset.
What?
But what are we doing here?
It was.
He beat him.
He clearly beat him. How?
Maybe they have an angle where, while the tag was still, the foot came off.
How? Crazy. How was that an out? We're still up 3-9-3 though, so yeah.
I started 20
All right, guys, I'm back. I had dinner. Yeah, bottom of the 7th inning. We're still up 9-3.
Farm system there, the award winners from last year. Hear from some of them on the Orioles Farmer Court, debuting Monday night at 8 right here in Madison. Exclusive interviews with top prospects and insights from minor league experts around the game.
I was going to wait till after the game to have dinner, but I was already hungry anyway. So.
That's the shot right there. All lit up on a Friday night downtown Baltimore. Jeremiah Jackson. It's funny the way this game goes. For the Orioles bench hitter the last couple of weeks, on a night where they've scored 9 and hit 6 homers, he is the only Oriole not to retreat. So he certainly helped him get into the last inning. It was superb defensively. Part of playing this game. Struggle for a night at the plate, pick it up with a goal. Do you think Gunnar was teammates with Watson? I would imagine so. Probably in 2022. And Watson was only with Norfolk for 7 games, but Gunnar started that year with Louis, so that must have been teammates in the minors. Absolutely. Otherwise, he's never pitch around him. He has first-hand experience. Maybe they had some backfield battles, spring training. They could have been teammates in college, too, because remember, Gunnar Henderson was committed to Auburn. And, of course, signed out of the draft. And Ryan Watson would have been his teammates. That's for Auburn 2017 to 2020. So 2-1 from Watson to Henderson here. Here's the box score. Runs for Henderson, Lutchman twice, Weavers, Masayo, and Mayo. Taylor Ward with 3 hits as well, and a walk. He's been on all 4 times. 9 runs, 16 hits, and a couple walks. Swing and a miss by Gunnar. 2-2. Pitching for a second straight day. Save of the Boston bullpen at least, and then anything can get through it.
There we go.
Beats his old buddy with a sharp shot to right.
There you go, Gunnar.
Well, what an evening. Starts with a home run, now 3 hits. What's slow? Second 3-hit game of the year for Gunnar. Came in at 189. He's raised that 18 points. With the last 11 games, he went from 246 to 189. So that's certainly turned around. Only 1 home run in those 11 games. They're hitting 6 in the first 14. But here's Taylor Ward, who never had a 4-hit game, and has 2 of them already this year. Something. 3 by the end of April. 704 games with the Los Angeles Angels who played Anaheim. No 4-hit games. 704. 2 4-hit games and 25 as an Oriole. Too busy.
All right, Carson Beck, Miami Hurricanes quarterback, is now with the Arizona Cardinals. And I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, so yeah.
Ward was 2 for 11 in Kansas City, but both hits were doubles, and he walked 5 times. So he just continues to get on base time and again. Take a strike. See, I mean, that's the pitch you don't want to swing at.
Okay, Buffalo got Davison Igbisuson, cornerback from Ohio State. Mm-hmm.
Watson's 2-2. Ward takes another. It's full, as it is seemingly at least once every game for Taylor Ward. He takes 2 full counts last game in Kansas City. 2 full counts.
Yeah, we traded with Denver.
Laser show tonight for the Orioles.
Ooh,
Henderson
save.
is living dangerously again.
Rick Alvarez has talked about he doesn't want Gunnar to lose his edge, lose his aggressiveness at first, but he also told him, you reach your pickoff quota for the year. And you don't want to get picked off when you get a 9-3 lead and get the guy that can hit one out of the ballpark. There's a 3-2.
There we go.
His third four-hit game of the opening one. All they needed to do, I guess, was get out of Anaheim. Well, that's all they did last year. I mean,
Colby Ward is having a phenomenal game.
But again, they got him to hit home runs, but this will work right here. I mean, the approach up the middle of right field really hits there. There's a little cutter, stays in the middle of the plate, doesn't try to overswing, inside out swing. That'll work. And then it gets Adley up already with a couple of home runs. Well, from the left side, he's 3 for 3 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Right side of ground. Or 2 for 3 from the left side at an RBI fielder's choice. His 5th at bat of the night. 9-3 lead. 1-1 count for Ryan Watson. Taylor Ward. 3 4-hit games by April the 24th. None in his first 8 seasons. Baseball. Allowed to play by Adley. His 4th career 2-homer game. The last was opening day 2025. And we referenced a couple of times. The Orioles hit 6 home runs in that game. They matched that tonight. They're still 2 off the franchise record of 8. Set back in 2015 against the Phillies. Anderson had Ward, couple of 2-out singles. Watchman rips a fastball on the swing. Last 3-homer game for an Oriole was Ryan Mountcastle, June 19, 2021, against Toronto.
It was rookie year, wasn't it? Hit 33. American League rookie hitters.
There we go. Let's go, Gunner. Safe. 10-3.
I know he throws people out, but not a lot of hard swing. And once again, 2 outs, you're going on contact, you have tremendous speed. Too many guys in the big leagues at 6'3", 220 can run that way.
Keep on swinging.
6 RBIs on the night. It's 10-3. Oh, what a stroke. Little curveball, inside out swing. What hitting's all about. You hit a couple of home runs. You're not full conscious. Not a horrible pitch, but he turned it into an RBI single. Thanks to Gunnar Henderson for the 10th Oriole run. The second 6 RBI game of Rutschman's career. 3 straight, 2-strike, 2-out hits against Ryan Watson.
Well, this could turn into 13-3 in the hurt. If Alonso gets into it.
Only hit for Pete was a sharp single in the 4th. Watson got 2 outs quickly. And Alonso down to Durbin at 3rd. He called it out everywhere. Goes to the second base. One more ribby for Rutschman. 6 tonight.
Adding my son to a car insurance. I'm scared to even think about my mom. But instead, we'll drive easy on the Geico app. My son's safe driving score saved us even more.
It feels good to take control of your wallet. It feels good to Geico.
Struck him out. Orioles, Red Sox. Series coverage continues tomorrow at 11:30 on Massive.
When you get a diagnosis of Parkinson's disease, things get real.
And nobody understands that better than the Parkinson's Foundation. We provide resources and support because there are things you can do to improve your quality of life. So, whether you're newly diagnosed, have been living with Parkinson's, or caring for a loved one,
Find real answers at the Parkinson's Foundation.
go to parkinson.org or call 1-800-4PD-INFO.
Join us in New York for Mother's Day in a couple of weekends. Sunday, May 10th, as the Orioles take on the Athletics. The first 20,000 fans through the gates receive a denim grab hat presented by Giant Food. Buy your tickets now at orioles.com/tickets. 1:35 game. That's the first place A's. End of the night, 13-12 time in Texas. Everybody's within 3.5 in the American League West, though. So Cameron Foster enters for the Orioles here in the 8th inning, pitching on 3 days rest, looking to at least get the lead, if not potentially the whole way. Andrew Kittredge was tremendous. His return to the big leagues, faced 3 batters, retired them all. And Foster comes on to face the heart of the Red Sox order, falling behind Masataka Yoshida. And now 5 2/3, 7 hits, 3 earned a walk, struck out 5. Andy Cano got it out. Kittredge 3, and now Foster, the Orioles' 4th pitcher of the night. Chino 0 for 3.
Base hit.
Man, 96. Here was middle of the plate. Gets behind. Yoshida gets his pitch. It's the 8th hit for the Red Sox. The problem is, after only scoring 3 runs in 3 games up in New York, they've given up 10. The offense a little better tonight.
I'm going to tell you something I just saw that I can't believe it. But I'm looking at my scoreboard and it's speak true. You know, before the Natalie Rutzman hit, the Orioles, who had scored 9 runs, were 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position this evening. Hey, well, got it to the zone.
Kevin, I've been around the game a long time, but if you hit 6 home runs, who cares about the runner at scoring?
None of them with a runner at second, but hey, when you don't run, everybody's in scoring position. They're 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position today. The Red Sox with runners in scoring position, 1 for 6. A little better. And it's
Got him.
Jesus Contreras, who's got 4 Ks tonight. The old golden sombrero for Contreras.
And it pitched a while. Sliders away, fastball, the second strikeout in. This one, nice job, Adley. Maybe a little off the corner. At least he pulled the glove back like it was.
It was out of the ABS strike zone, so well done by Rushmore. Broken down to Brady.
Ground out.
The bag at second. Easy to 6
Got him.
and 3. Foster faces the minimum. 1 more chance for a home run history.
At Ace, we know not all paint is created equal. So to do it right, start with exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of premium brands like Benjamin Moore, Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines, and Clark & Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With gallons of paint like Royal, starting at only $29.99. And right now, get 20% off gallons of select Benjamin Moore interior paint.
God, I love making full send diving catches. You bet your season tickets I did. No one else is that flipping awesome. If you want that flying through the air sort of feeling, then you have to call so they can help you save money on car repairs. Maybe you hate saving money. It's possible. People still like Yard Rock. Plus, they've been around for over 20 years. That's older than most rookies. Get off the bench and into the money-saving game with Horseshoe. Now that's flipping awesome.
Well, I hammer the rudder, and we go perpendicular.
Mark that away. That's nothing. I took the heavy dog approach. They went vertical out of the gate. Then they got outmaneuvered. We believe. Negative tower. This win is a go. With Bet365's early payout, I won the second they went out there.
It paid out early with Bet365.
Join us in the yard a couple of weeks from today, Friday, May 8th, the Orioles host the A's, and the first 20,000 fans get this year's most anticipated giveaway to 2-pot bobblehead. Orioles.com/tickets, get the ticket, and line early. 10-3, the Oriole lead. They hit 6 home runs in the first 5 innings. They're getting down a season best 19 hits this evening. They had a hit in all 7 innings. They've scored in 6 of the 7. Could have been all 7 up for a replay that did not go the Orioles' way. And a potential second to silent double here in the check.
Looked like it got divided the strike zone.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. Carlos Narvaez is one.
That's right. Take that.
10-3 wasn't bad enough. They lost the challenge.
Oh, if
I mean, it was close to a home run, but it was like just foul, man.
Now, out over the plate, which is what Gunnar started this game on. Henderson is all run.
Ryan Watson for the final 12 pitches of last night's Red Sox loss. He's 25 in the 7th inning, 3-4 here in the 8th. Alex, of course, been asked him to throw the rest. Save the bullpen. Bouncing ball in the second. Weaver is retired.
He actually has a pretty good arm. A good fastball, nice little curveball, which is how he got the out there.
So Samuel Basayo, single, was thrown out at second. Long review at Replay Operations Center. The call was determined to have stood. And what we've been told is that Basayo beat the initial tag, but the replay official could not definitively determine that Basayo maintained contact while the tag was still applied. So it must have been a question about the tag at the back. As we said, Marcelo Meyer did not look like he sustained the tag, but the explanation we're getting is that Basayo beat it, but it wasn't clear and convincing that Meyer's tag was up.
Or that his foot was still on the base when he did.
So that is, now, we still think he was safe, but that is the reasoning given, just to clarify.
And that's a big foot. Yeah.
Yes. What do you think that size shows for Sammy?
Going 13. Curveball. It's not a size 18 like Rob McDonald.
What's your shoe size?
charge.
You think his is what? You think his is 13? You think his is a little bit smaller than mine's 12?
This looks pretty big.
I feel like it has to be at least 2 of them. 2 and 2.
There we go. There you go, Sam.
Samuel Basayo this week has been magnificent at the plate. Not only pulling balls with power, but dropping in hits the other way. And he's got the first 4-hit game of his big league life.
You love the approach. Everybody talked about the power, but it's a lot easier. And look at that. 6 home runs, started with Gunnar Henderson leading off the game, and then 20 hits. First time.
All the way back to the beginning of the franchise, coming over from St. Louis in 1950. The last time the Orioles had 6 homers and 19 hits in a game was September 6th, 1985 at Detroit. They bettered that by 1 today, and there it is on the giant new scoreboard. 10 runs, 20. Count up. 20 hits.
That is insane.
And it all started against the guy that was 4-2 lifetime. Ryan Veo.
This is the best game of the season when it comes to executing at the plate. By far the best game of the season.
Career high tying runs allowed for Veo. Done that September 23 against Texas. Veo gave up 5 home runs, 3 on his putter. Well, Leody Taveras would love a hit. He is blocked. Has not wanted to hit column yet with those 20. Taveras, Jackson. Of course, by the way, Taveras the guy hitting 327. Jackson leads qualified hitters on the team at 295. Of course, they are the only 2 players without a hit. Baseball gods working in mysterious ways once more. And the dirt to Leody, it's 2-2. Brandon Watson can get through this. Red Sox basically will use a fewer reliever than the Orioles tonight, but certainly not Brandon Watson out tomorrow on the day after that. Knocked out Bayo after 3 to 3rd. And Taveras swings through a curveball for a strikeout for Ryan Watson, only the 4th for Boston pitching. Tune in tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. New game time. Those extra pre-games in by Bet365. I imagine Mel will still be here. They're up a few hours earlier. We'll all get up, coffee if you're into that sort of thing. It'll be Trevor Rogers and Cameron Crochet as the waving circles the ballpark. And great pitching matchup. Mayo playing. 2 guys looking to bounce back. The 2 guys who had historic seasons last year. Crochet second in American League Cy Young voting, and Rogers obviously only made 18 starts, but was the most valuable Oriole. He has homered and singled tonight. A straight game for the home run for him. And chases a sweeper for Watson. Watson's got a ball. Throws out the little sweeper. There are arms everywhere, aren't there? Win gets the Orioles back to 500. 20 of their 25 games have been decided by 3 runs or less. Major League High. This game hasn't been within 3 runs since the 4th inning. Low to Kobe, or is it? It's not going to too much shots. He would have won it, but we'll go to the 9th. It's 10-3.
20 base hits.
People do anything to make their beer cold. Try viral packs. Use outdoor fridges. Freezers too.
I think like the entire time I was gone, well, when it comes to eating dinner, nothing even pretty much even happened other than that when I was making my nachos. Samuel Basayo, he should have been safe. I don't know how they didn't see that was out. So the umpires definitely screwed us there, but we're still up. We're still up by 7 runs, so no big deal.
Subscribe to Massive Plus for $19.99 a month. Scan the QR code or go to MassiveSports.com and get yours today.
American service members are operating in combat environments around the world, especially in the Middle East. USO teams are there with them. We are the only military support nonprofit with the presence and access to keep service members connected to home. We stand with all service members and their families who need community, connection, and our support in this hour. Let our heroes know that you stand with them too, and they are never alone. Show your support at USO.org today.
That historic strip of B. It's the new City Connect half letter. And the people are across the front in orange and Camden green. The second night, the Orioles have worn these brand new City Connect uniforms. Their second edition of the City Connect uniforms. That's the baseball symbolizing the Utah Street Love flags. The City Connect edition's catchphrase from the stoop to the yard. Area code on there. It's our first time seeing uniforms in person. They reviewed 2 weeks ago against San Francisco. That was in national TV. We get to see it.
Just finish this out.
Tonight. City Connect uniforms. You know, they can't garner divisive reactions. These have pretty much across the board been really loved by the Oriole fans. The orange, the green are the Camden seats, and that Camden B. That logo is inspired by the 1890s Baltimore Baseball Club. You got the historic 19th century scoreboard clock on the sleeves. Blaze Alexander takes over Gunnar Henderson in short. And Blaze will see this ground ball sneak past him from Trevor Story. Leadoff hit against Cameron Foster in the ninth. Orioles' upcoming schedule brought to you by Science and Current. Injured in an accident, call Science and Current. Or visit youhavealawyer.com. Remember,
Okay, we got the.
So again,
Of course, we got the 3-game series against the Red Sox. Then we got the Houston Astros. That's going to be a tough series, but we'll be at Camden Yards. And then we got the Yankees in the Bronx.
Astros are hosting the Yankees this week, and they drill 6-2 in the 6th.
Yeah, great offensive team, but all kinds of pitching injuries.
By the way, elsewhere in the big leagues tonight, all Skeens had a perfect game with 6 2/3 in Milwaukee. Jacob Bowers broke it up with a full count second. Pirates, though, still lead 6-0 in Milwaukee. I think after a tough opening day, Paul Skeens is just fine. That's for 14-11. Great start to the year. There's a base hit for Marcelo.
Another base hit.
He's 2-2.
Hang on, Hook. You can just see the headline in the Boston Globe. Bats awaken pitching slumpers. So that's 10 hits now for the Red Sox. Like I said, 3 games up in New York. Bill, Fried, and then Schlittler, they only got 3 runs. 1 for 16 for runners in scoring position against the Yankees, who do have the best pitching in the American League.
When it is extra salt in your clam chowder when you get shut down by the kid from Old Mass who went to Northeastern and grew up a Red Sox fan, and Cam Schlittler. Although the Red Sox will not be the only team to be shut down by Cam Schlittler. He is immediately one of the most ferocious starting pitchers in the majors.
Yeah, I was reading an article where Gary Cole feedback about Tommy John, but how they were playing catch, and now all of a sudden he's throwing a 94-mile-per-hour cutter. Very caught in. So now all of a sudden another, and he does throw in the upper 90s and throws a lot of strikes.
Foster's trying to this game here is proving to be a little trickier than he hoped. Brings out a Caleb Durham up by 7 on the night. Foster closed out the Orioles' 12-inning run on Monday, though he did get 3 runs. 2
What was that pitch?
That's what you can't do it. So, Foster is loaded base.
It was very hard to go left and throw the ball back.
What was that pitch?
You know, big guy, 6'5", kind of drops and then swivels. So you swing your leg.
Come on, man. Finish the game.
It is again hard to be able to throw the ball over the plate.
I'm not going to lie. This is low percent chance of happening. But if the Red Sox somehow come back, that would be flat out embarrassing. If we somehow
7-run game against the worst slugging team in baseball. That's a strike
There we go.
You know the classic statement. I'll throw it out there. And the dirt. Nice. Really nice
All
block
right,
by
we're
Adley.
1-2 now.
Foster
The count.
pitching at 3 days rest. This is his fourth major league game. The Orioles said they expect to get Ryan Helsley back this week. Named the medical emergency list to a ball as well with Ryan Helsley pitching. Foster was called up for the road trip in Cleveland. This is his Camden Yards debut. Love to get him to their final 6 outs. He's picked up 3, and this should be 1.
Yep.
On the fly ball right from Narvaez. Oh my goodness.
Whoa, get him! Out! He's out! Got him! What happened? I was confused. What happened? Did he try stealing? Yeah, just to tag up and
See him coming down, perfect throw, heads up play by Allen. Not only the 6 RBIs and a couple of home runs. I mean, you can't do that in a 1-run game. You never can't do that in a 7-run game in the 9th inning. Like you said, really kind of a
runners. Got it. Runners try to tag up. It was originally going to be a sack fly, but nope. And then I was able to get it.
Boston WEI will be a fun listen tomorrow. Red Sox about to fall 9-17. There's a lot of time.
All right, that should do it.
For the Orioles.
There it is. All right. Final score 3-10. All right, guys, we absolutely destroyed the Boston Red Sox tonight. Absolutely destroyed them in series. Amazing game. Gunnar Henderson went off. Same with Adley Rutschman. Colby Mayo was really great in this game. Like, phenomenal execution all around from the Orioles. Phenomenal execution at the plate. 20 hits, 10 runs. This is by far the best Orioles game when it comes to executing at the plate this season by far, and probably one of the best games I've witnessed watching being an Orioles fan when it comes to executing at the plate, man. 20 hits? Amazing, man. And against the Red Sox, which the Red Sox, they haven't really been that good this year anyway, so yeah, man. Go O's. See what happens in the next game.